Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in. Welcome to the show. I'm Jay Blaze.
I'm Bobby Summers.
And we're bringing
What we're bringing?
Opinionated conversations on a variety of topics from perspectives that really don't matter on the Everything Obsolete podcast.
Welcome, everybody. It's been a long time coming, everyone. Long time coming. This is the Everything Obsolete podcast, where the topics and views are pretty current, but the opinions are obsolete. You know, this side of the planet is always Jay Blaze. I'll get to that in a second. I am Bobby Summers. Come share our take on the world, one obsolete opinion at a time. Let's get it. So let's address the elephant in the room. If you haven't noticed, Miss J Blaze is invisible right here. Um, very emotional story behind all of this. Uh, we had what you would call like a emergency situation happen, and a little bit scary. Um, yeah, that definitely scary and emotional, and just had a little accident, and she's recovering. It's been some time. Um, it was rough. It's hard to put into words, but anyway, it's been some time since the incident now, almost a couple of weeks, which is why there's been uh, absence from the Everything Obsolete podcast, just in general, from everything from IRL to gaming to this very podcast, that I try to make Jay a big part of. She's actually she's actually the reason why the podcast even exists. Um, uh, so yeah, we're recovering from an incident. Maybe a couple of episodes down the line, we're more, we were like halfway through the season in our minds, at least. Um, but we were about to drop a double episode because we had some video issues from one of our last episodes that we tried to drop. Forgive me if I'm talking a little bit sporadic on the subject. I'm just trying to find the right words without putting too much out there. Maybe it's a story we could talk about and hopefully laugh about in the future. Don't know if it'll be this season, next season, whenever we're able to talk about it. Maybe we will. Otherwise, yeah, like Godspeed recovery from my better half, my lady, my woman, my wife. But yeah, that's where we are with why the big J Blaze is not here today, and for the foreseeable future. So I'm gonna just hold it down as best I can. Y'all gonna hear me talk and talk and talk, and hopefully sometimes you tune in and other times you won't. But getting back to the part of the funny things that happened right before chaos, with us recording, and I wanted to bring that up. Well, we were gonna bring it up how we recorded like an entire session, and we got like a good 12 minutes from it. I might have brought that up in other IRLs or my gaming content. But anyway, we went through a whole session, maybe about a good hour of content, and our phone kind of died out, or because we do it off the phone, especially when we're out about in the streets, and we had a place. Uh, that we felt like, oh, there's a spot for us. So we had this nice little spot. We we geared up. We did the whole session. We got 13 minutes of it. So it just made us chuckle because also what we try to do is we try to use the back camera because the back camera is the better camera, right? So as I'm doing right now. So if I lose anything on this, it's because I can't see um, the recording because I'm using the back camera for, just to have a better visual experience. But yeah, like um, I'm in the backyard right now. I was like, you know what? It's time to set up shop again. At least for me, it gives me some time to just talk because I don't really talk a lot. Despite this podcast, you really won't hear my voice unless I'm on the basketball court, which I don't do anymore really, on a football field, which I don't do really anymore, um, unless we're gonna put some money up, then my old ass will be strapped up and ready to roll. But anyway, if if you tuning into this, yeah, that's my homie right there, my soulmate right here. But yeah, she's gonna Godspeed on the recovery. But we were ready to drop a double episode right when this chaos hit us. So we were literally gonna do it like the next day almost. Uh, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just drop a episode maybe to obviously right now, and I'm probably gonna drop another one within the next day or two, which is very unorthodox for us because we usually drop an episode every 2 3 weeks, and we run out the summer. Well, that was our plan at least, and then and end the season with a bang. We still got things going. There's a lot to, I'm gonna bring up. I'm gonna bring Jay up a lot because of what's transpiring in the future, and hopefully she's engaged um, and take her mind off everything that she's that's going through right we're going through right now. But bringing it back to the podcast world, if you allow me to, there's so much that I want to talk about that I was going to talk about with Jay Blaze because I know she got a whole thing going on, but I wanted to start off with the story behind Jay Blaze's absence. I also want to talk about how this was like a month ago now. We're in end of August. This was like the end of July when we messed up. So we waited like a couple of weeks to try to drop this double episode, and chaos, chaos ensued. But yeah, every day we building up back to where we were, and I was like, you know what? It's time for me to get my mind off things as well. So let me jump back in the game. Is starting off with the podcast, and from because I haven't IRL'd or gamed in over 2 weeks. Just shut everything down. Um, Life and family is definitely more important than anything else. And yeah, and then I guess health. And a lot of that was all mixed together and entangled. So he just had to iron that shit out. And yeah, again, Godspeed for the one and only Jay Blaze, to get healthy and strong and get back up here. Even if she don't really be wanting to, kind of like she's not a talker either, but she does the podcast for me mostly. But she's the one and the reason why this podcast is even made. So I try to remind her of that, even though she tries to push it on me, and I'm like, no, you the you the primary reason. So yeah, I wanted to start off with that. And the rest of today's episode is going to be strictly about entertainment. No sports. It's going to be a little sporadic. It's entertainment and news. It's going to be. I'm gonna kind of go back and forth because I don't want to be too, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't want to be, I don't want to get everybody depressed with bad news. And then I don't want to get everybody hyped with just good news either. I'm trying to find that middle plane, but I'm a start off because of course Jay Blaze would love this, even though she tries to say she won't, she wouldn't. I'm start off with what's coming into the state of Arizona real soon, the Chris Brown Breezy Bowl concert. Yes, I am definitely going to start off with that. Um, and how this man is just every day proving how he is the best at what he does. Um, and very well could be better than his predecessors. And that stirs up a lot of controversy, keeps bringing up his past. It's anything to deter that thought of the possibility of him being the best at what he does. And I'm not here to glaze at all. Um, I would. There's so many people we've seen in our experiences. Like we don't really we don't gaze at famous people. We see them all the time. Um, we're not ones to like run up and autographs and all of that. We'd rather speak to them like we'd speak to anybody else. It's kind of hard because everybody doesn't talk like us. Someone like Chris Brown does. It's very simple to talk to him. We don't really take it past that. You know what I mean? We understand that he can hop on a jet and just fly away whenever he wants. We can't uh, afford something like that. He can, and that's really the difference between the big difference between us. But we respect that because you know it's because of fans like us that he's able to enjoy the fruits of his labor. But he's hitting Arizona about a couple of weeks from now, just a little less than maybe 10 days, about 12 days away, 2 weeks away. And I wanted to touch down on just what he's done and how he's moving for this concert. Um, from what I'm seeing right here, he is, he is, today is the 29th. He's going to be in Atlanta, Georgia for the next 2 days. Then he's gonna have a day or so off, like Labor Day, and then he's gonna fly into Texas and do two, two dates in Texas back to back. He's gonna fly to St. Louis and then fly right back to Texas to do another show. From there, he's gonna dip to Arizona. He's gonna come see us, say what's up, and then he's gonna dip to Cali for a couple of dates in Cali and Inglewood. Then and actually 3 dates because he's gonna do a couple in Inglewood and then hit San Diego. Oh, that's gonna be pretty dope. Hit San Diego. San Diego is popping. There's a lot of shit be going on in San Diego. Then I'm gonna just read this out to you. Then he's gonna from there he's gonna dip out to Vegas for a couple of sessions. Then he's gonna do Denver, back to San Antonio, Florida, Atlanta. He's gonna hit Washington for 3 dates. And if his tour ends midish October in Alabama, I'm not sure. That might be his last date. October 11th. Does that sound right, y'all? Um, yeah, I think in Birmingham, Alabama, October 11th. This man is working. The point of all of that is this man is working. I just gave you dates or cities he's hitting, starting from tomorrow in Atlanta, going. He's working. He's doing like a day, maybe 2 days in between. I think the most he takes off is 2 days. The 6th and the 7th. Yeah, the most he takes off is 2 days. 15, 16. Yeah. Yeah. And they're very sporadic. The 2 days that he takes. Oh, hold on. I for the first time in this tour date, I see I see dates off by 3 days. 21, 22, 23. Yeah. He has a 3 day between Vegas and Colorado. So this is just unprecedented, man, because if you think about it, he literally went on tour across seas, took a month off, and now is running the tour in America. He's I don't who's doing it better than him. I don't know if I'm glazing. I don't know, man, and I just don't. He's probably gonna drop an album as soon as this tour is finished. I mean, it would be the smartest thing in the world, but yeah, like this we the store. Yeah, yeah. I'm just reading these tour dates. Yeah. So this is how it's. So the big with this tour, he's just proving every date that he does. He's just proving, and it's the performance and the energy that he's putting into all of this is top notch, man. Top notch. I'm gonna transition from Chris Brown. I'm gonna dip into some. Do y'all know about this? Do y'all know about this iHeart Festival that's coming up? This iHeart Festival is about to drop. No, who's into the iHeart music festival, man? And then if I'm understanding this, it's there's a concert and a festival. Like those are two different things. If I am I reading this right? And the festival tickets go from anywhere from 2 to 600. They got for the 2025 lineup. What I'm looking at, they got Brian Adams, Diplo, Ed Sheeran, Gorilla, Jelly Roll, Wayne, Lil Wayne, LL Cool J, Maroon 5, No Doubt, Offspring, Tim McGraw. What? Okay. So when you have a lineup like this, I think it's easier to make tickets cost $300, $400, $500 when you have a lineup as epic. I think it's harder for one group or one artist to go and then charge $400 for their tickets. I don't even Chris Brown. Like I don't know why the ticket needs to cost that much. I just don't like people selling their cars and their furniture to get tickets to something. I mean, those are life changing decisions. And again, anything under 200, I think is fine. Um, Remember, Chris Brown is selling out soccer stadiums. Soccer stadiums. They they hold like 80,000 people plus. Easy. It's a he's not even trying. They're probably creating space for people to come. Like I mean, there's images that I've seen of these past dates that he's had are phenomenal. They're beautiful. Please Google them. Like if it doesn't bring a smile to your face, then I don't know. I don't know what else to tell you. So this festival is going down September 19th and 20th in the T-Mobile Arena in Vegas. Oh my God, it's gonna be popping in Vegas, bro. It's gonna be popping in Vegas, bro. Yo, this is phenomenal. Yeah, so these tickets are like, and the for the and this is, I mean, this is almost like a little Coachella. It's for the 19th and 20th. Tickets for the festival are 2 to 300, but then there's the tickets for the iHeart are just below $100. So this was throwing me off. I don't. Is this the same thing? Well, yeah, yeah. This looks like iHeart Music Festival concert tickets are starting at 100. But where is that putting you? So why is it here telling me typically they cost 2 to 600 before you factor in additional expenses like travel and food? Because you know everybody's coming from different parts of the country. Um, yeah, but that's the lineup right there for that. How do you get cheap? Yeah, that's not happening, fam. So I wanted to bring that up because I think that's the next music event. That's um, that's the next music event that's hitting close to home. Um, but that's the 19th and 20th, dude. That's like the week after. That's like the weekend after Chris Brown is in. I could look that right back up. That's the week after he's here in Arizona, but that nigga, nigga, on September 19th, Chris Brown is gonna be in Vegas in the Allegiant Stadium, Allegiant, right? Allegiant, the Allegiant Stadium. Oh my God! And then they got the music festival. He's there both days. Chris Brown is in Vegas on the 19th and 20th, the same day the music festivals are in Vegas. The 19th and 20th, Vegas is going to be the place to be. Mark that on your calendar. That's less than a month. That's about 3 weeks away. Wow. Wow. That's phenomenal. I mean, talk about income, bro. Vegas is gonna be popping. Wow. I don't believe I just realized that. But yeah, that's what's popping off in Vegas between Chris Brown and the music iHeart Music Festival. That's what's popping off those two. Now I'm gonna jump into some other news musically. What's up with the BT Awards, man? I'm reading up on some shit as I talk to y'all because I don't want to say anything that's inaccurate. Um, just want to keep myself covered, you know, on all bases. You know what I mean? Am I there? Yeah. Hold on, hold on. I'm gonna show you this, man. Look at that, bro. Is that something to talk about? Do you see the driveway to the driveway? Let me see if I can move this. Can I? No, I can't. No, I can't. Nope, can't. But that's the type of that's the type of shit that I'm talking about. Like I had to mention this man's driveway because it was a driveway to a driveway that split into another driveway. So imagine. Let me set this back up, y'all. Yeah, so I wanted to touch base on that. I don't know. I have no idea. Hold on, y'all. I gotta fix the camera. Gotta fix the camera. This is live action. This is live action. Uh this is live action. Yeah. So I don't know if I did this right. Don't know how much is on here. Don't know how much I did. But yeah, yeah. That's the that's the Tyler Perry story about it. But what else? What else? Talk about fucking Texas is. I'm gonna bring it to. I, there's so much that I wish Jay Blaze was here. So much that popped off in our brains, man. Did y'all recently hear about the? This happened like last month though, about 2 weeks ago, right before our chaos. Like in Target, there was a big shootout in Target. Some young 30-year-old type dude just just went up into started busting shots, killed a few people. They try to say he had a history of mental illness, but they didn't get that. I haven't heard much more detail than that. It was just random. He killed a 4 year old child, man. Um, I don't see this when this man when this man reaches the penitentiary. I don't think there's nothing that's gonna save him. Nothing at all. He randomly shot a 4 year old. A 4 year old. I don't think he's gonna have a lot of time in the penitentiary, no matter what the judge gives him. Not only did he randomly shoot this 4 year old, he also shot and killed the 4 year old's grandfather. If I'm not mistaken, if I'm not mistaken, and the 4 year old was a girl. This is why sometimes when you talk like you got to bring up like news and stuff. You just gotta do the news and that's it. Because some of this shit, I'm sorry, I'm probably gonna end this shit soon, but I just wanna. We hear, we see, we try not to judge, but we do give our opinion. And if our opinion sounds judgy, we apologize, but we still gonna give you our opinion on subjects. And this, my opinion, yeah, man, it don't matter if this boy got life. He ain't living life. I doubt it. That's my opinion. I think there's times where you know that there's a dead man walking, and you make the bed, you lie in it. I'm gonna bring it to my next topic of order is the way the weather has been. Uh, Cruises and what the weather's doing to them, especially like the beginning of August, maybe. I mean, I know we're at the end, but I'm pretty sure like the ending of July and then the beginning of August, shit, maybe even now, these cruises are getting hit, especially on the East Coast. So I saw on socials that this one Caribbean cruise was getting towed the fuck up. It looked like a movie. It looked like if you ever been to Universal Studios and you got on one of those rides where it's kind of put you in a movie scene, it looked just like that, bro. I don't. I, that was a strong boat because it should have collapsed and it should have sunk, but it made it on through. And a lot of them are the Royal Caribbean ships. I guess those are the ships that are dipping from the East Coast down to those, it's that particular name brand of ship. that takes most of those journeys to the islands from right off the east coast of Florida and whatnot. So one of these last ones was the Vision of Seas Caribbean ship and Hurricane Erin. That just happened, right? It has all of these boats just redirecting themselves and shit. So from what I'm seeing right here, this last this was about 3 weeks ago, almost, yeah, 90 per hour winds, just toppling these boats. Um, yeah, the Royal Caribbean ship it was yeah, but see the Explorer of Seas might have happened late last year, but the Vision of Seas just happened. They had to detour them. I wonder what that really does. Like, I wonder if they actually circulate and like go port somewhere safe and then continue on their journey. Do they allow? I mean, how do you make up time? Um, if you're on like a 5 day cruise, 7 day cruise, but then that happens, and if they detour, do they give you those days back? Like, how does that work? Um, yeah, yeah, that's. I just wanted to bring that up because this year it's happened a lot. The unexpected stop, yeah, they stopped that. Yeah, that was the vision, the Vision of Seas. That shit just happened on August 17th. Yeah, it was August 17th. That was like what, 10 days ago, 12 days ago. Um, let me see. Let me see. I'm gonna click into it. See what it gives me. Quick information. Royal Caribbean Seas unplanned. Yeah, stopped at Port Carnival because of Hurricane Erin, but it docked in Florida, so it barely left. But they saying passengers were told about that this might happen days before. Yeah, they trying to go to the Bahamas, but it's not just this one ship, which is why I brought it up. It's been like the last in the last month or two, you've heard about 4 ships that are being turned around or getting caught. So they feel like all of a sudden it's a big worry because all of a sudden it's more than fucking one ship. Let me bring this back real quick. Hurricane ships, Carnival. This is all hurt. This is somebody talking about if we should be worried right now because it's just happening way too much. So this is skip this. Skip this, bro. Skip that. So John Heald telling the Carnival faithful out there, the Carnival concerned, people who have Carnival cruises booked, that no, your cruises have not been canceled and most likely will not be canceled. More than likely, if your cruise will be impacted by tropical storm Aaron or potentially hurricane Aaron, that your cruise will. So now he's talking about a different cruise line. He's talking about the Carnival. He said Carnival, or not from Carnival Cruise Line, but we've seen Royal Caribbean make the decision. That's what I'm talking about. One of their cruises based on the projected models of tropical storm. So they changed positioning of their boat and their route, but that's all because of the past like 2, 3 boats. If you go back to November, like the last 6 months, there's been about 3 or 4 ships that have been completely scary. Like the trips were horrible. Let alone some of these cruises, and it's all because of social media that you see this. If you even tuned in, but like there's so many fights they're showing between families and borders and what customers, whatever. You know what I mean? They're showing you a lot more altercations with the people. They're talking about, I know one cruise line in particular, because these boats, they have like little clubs that adults can go to. They don't want to play hip hop music. they feel like hip hop and it entices people to be rough, and they don't really want to do all of that. I feel like a lot has been going on with cruises that I needed that we've never entertained before. So I was like, and from weather and to you know the, us as customers on these ships, um, like I feel like this was always a thing, and now they're bringing it up and they want to blame music. Really, you want to blame hip hop music? In literally blaming hip hop music. So they could play their rock and roll or their country or all of that seems cool, but it's the hip hop music that causes people to have altercations. Uh, uh, what's that? What's that? Reaching? Yeah, they reaching. I don't know, man. Um, but yeah, I'm a, I think, I think there, there's a, I think so much money has coming into the cruise ships, especially after COVID, the way they drop prices, that everything is just hit. So everybody is, you know, on board. They're jumping on these cheap cruises and whatnot, and now more than ever, I feel that people are dipping from on the East Coast. They're going to the Caribbeans like it's the backyard to their home. It's like us on the West Side going to Vegas. It's literally our backyard. Um, so it's kind of like take it for granted, and you know, there's a lot more people that live on the East Coast, and I feel like they're just trying to control it. And then the weather doesn't help. Um, so they're all worried that they're all arms in the air for the cruise line world. But yeah, I mean, hopefully I got some of this. I don't know. Again, I don't know if my camera is on. I don't know if the phone is on. I don't know how much of this we got. But yeah, that's my intake on the entertainment over these last couple of months, maybe. Um, of course, there's a whole lot of sports to talk about. That's going to be its own episode because there's so much going on, from WNBA to NFL to now the US Open. I know the Wimbledon ended like in June, right? I don't know if we ever talked about that, but regardless. So you got tennis going on now. The WNBA is rocking. Got some situations to talk about. The NBA is underway or about to be underway. The NFL is about to start right now. We're in between the ending of preseason and beginning of the season. So there's so much going on. This is the Everything Obsolete podcast. You know Jay Blaze is here in spirit. I'm Bobby Summers. We're going to see you on the next one. Please tune in. There it goes for y'all, man. Yay. Everything is obsolete.
Once again, thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Follow us on socials and all available platforms. See you next when no topics are safe on the Everything Obsolete podcast.
The opinions and views of this podcast are strictly those of the host and guests and should not be replaced for help seeked out by individuals.